Without wasting your time, we are going to share top 5 micro USB cable. The product links are in description and in first comment. The number 5 on the list is Rampao Micro USB cable. Among the small brand cables that support all the features of a USB-C to USB-C cable, the Rampao ranked as probably the best. The 6-foot cable supports USB data transfer rates, up to watt charge rates, and could run our high-refresh USB-C monitor. Although its USB drive performance was a few points off the faster cables here, it could run our high-performance Thunderbolt drive just fine. Are there better cables? Sure, obviously, for a charge-only cable we'd take the JVEX over the Rampao, and the Cable Matters 6-foot USB-C cable is a better full-feature cable as well. But we know you just like the way it looks. The fact that it's not expensive doesn't hurt either. For a small brand cable, it's not too bad and you could do worse. The number 4 on the list is Anker Micro USB cable. This is Anker's oldest power line cable, but it's still available alongside the Powerline and Powerline models. As its name tells you, this version is a USB cable, so transferring large files to your phone or tablet from your computer will be tedious at best. It has a black plastic sleeve without the tacky rubbery feel some cables have. On the inside it's about average, with actual charging performance somewhat better than the Amazon Basics USB cable, but not in the class of the JVEX cable, which supports charge rates up to watts instead of the Powerline's watts. Phones, tablets, and light-duty laptops are its best use cases. Unfortunately, while it's a decent cable for certain uses, its pricing hurts it. At its typical pricing of it's not worth it. We've seen it more recently, for which makes it slightly more attractive, but even at that price, we'd recommend you buy the JVEX instead. The number 3 on the list is Amazon Basics Micro USB cable. The Amazon Basics USB-C to USB-C USB is the cable that epitomizes minimum effort. Feet long, it will do its job to charge your phone or tablet and even your laptop at up to watts, and that's about it. Since it's a USB cable, data transfers to or from your computer will be dog slow compared to a USB cable. Moving a 1 GB file might take a few seconds on a USB cable and nearly a minute with the Amazon Basics USB-C charging cable. The cable itself is amazingly light. In fact, it's probably too light, which means Amazon didn't really use the thickest wires it could for this cable. That shows up with some of the highest resistance among the cables. Feet are longer in this roundup, meaning less power delivered to your phone or tablet. Granted, we are talking about % lower wattage compared to the best of the longer cables here. But still, that's like a school report card that says present as its main selling point. The number 2 on the list is Cable Matters Micro USB cable. Cable Matters USB cable is but foot, so it lacks the appeal of long cables. What appealed to us enough to buy the cable is its USB 4 rating, which promises high performance. And no surprise, the cable was able to charge our laptop at watts and offered the best voltage and lowest resistance thanks to the wires Cable Matters uses and its foot length. That also translated into excellent USB data transfer rates, monitor support, and the only cable here capable of driving our Thunderbolt at a full data rates. If you're looking for high performance in all things and don't mind the length, the Cable Matters USB 4 cable is our pick. Its weaknesses are its stiff feel thanks to the higher quality, thicker wires and construction Cable Matters uses, and its price. Looked at in dollars per foot, this cable is about per foot. With the Amazon Basics USB-C cable below, you're only paying per foot. That Amazon cable can't match the Cable Matters USB 4 in Thunderbolt performance, but few need it. That makes the cable best suited to niche areas, but it's fast nonetheless with excellent construction. The number 1 on the list is JVEX Micro USB cable. The JVEX USB-C to USB-C cable came to our attention over its claim of having met the stringent testing standards, which involves underwriters, laboratory buying random samples of the cable from stores and rigorously testing them for performance and consistency. As you can imagine, it's probably not cheap to be in the program, especially when few are even aware of the value of a logo, which could explain why JVEX is no longer listed as part of the program, but still claims materials are used. Regardless, we do know that in our testing, the cable was top-notch in delivering higher voltage at both watt and watt loads. Like most brands we've never heard of, there's confusing ad copy with claims of just volts at amps and no mention of it supporting volts at amps, the watts you need for a laptop. The ad copy also mentions of ohm pull-up resistor for safety. That last part confuses us because that's only required on a USB-C to USB-A cable, not USB-C to USB-C. Despite this, we saw solid performance in both reaching watt charge rates for a laptop and very low resistance on its high-quality wires makes it our top pick for a foot charging cable from a brand you haven't heard of.